Hey, Dr. Andrew Huberman. So I was curious, what's your typical daily routine look like?
I typically wake up around 6 a.m., and the first thing I focus on is getting natural light exposure. This is critical for regulating the circadian rhythm and promoting healthy cortisol production.
Good morning. This video is sponsored by Momentous. More on them later. So Dr. Andrew Huberman wakes up at 6 in the morning, at least he prefers to, and he likes to write down the time that he woke up so that way he can document his temperature minimum, which is around 2 hours before your average daily wake up time, and it's the lowest point of your temperature in that day. And that helps him decide when to take caffeine, exercise, and get bright light. Now, quickly after waking up, the next step is to get some salt electrolytes, and luckily, our video sponsor today is Momentous. I use a ton of their stuff. They also sponsor Dr. Andrew Huberman, and they have some electrolyte powders that I'm gonna mix in my morning water today to get a little kickstart, get some electrolytes, some sodium, potassium, magnesium, whatever it is, to start my morning day off right. It helps your brain wake up and it gets everything ready to go. And the next thing he likes to do is Yoga Nidra, which I actually love doing. I'll just watch one of his YouTube videos on Andrew Huberman, Yoga Nidra, or NSDR, and that can help replenish your dopamine, reduce your cortisol, and decrease the amount of sleep needed. Since I don't sleep very often, it's very helpful to do the NSDR, Yoga Nidra stuff, and I do feel very relaxed when I do it in the morning. Now, after getting my morning salt, it's time to get some morning sunlight. It's actually really important to get direct sunlight. Sadly, I don't have that here in New York City. There's a lot of tall buildings. I'd ideally walk out by the water, but you want to get 10 minutes of direct sunlight or 30 minutes if it's cloudy. So right now I probably wear 30 minutes, no sunglasses, no hat. We want the sunlight to go directly into our eyes. I like to sometimes run in the morning, and that's my way of doing both of them at the same time. And this also does not work through a window because it's going to block some of the sun. So ideally you're outside with your eyes directly in a space. You're not staring at the sun, but in a space where sun is actually shining straight into you. And that's going to trigger your cortisol peak, wake you up, get you going for the day. I love doing this when I travel and I need to fix my jet lag. And it just helps my mood, my energy uplift, as well as for me to feel alert and get my hormones going. So let's get some sunlight. Now it's 6:30 a.m. and Huberman likes to save.
My first work block is where I eliminate distractions and focus on cognitively demanding tasks.
So the first work block is mainly deep work for the morning because that's just the best time to do all the stuff that's necessary. And I'm reading an in-depth article about saunas because I want to understand what makes the best sauna possible out there. And I still haven't had my morning coffee yet because we need to wait 90 minutes, but I cannot wait. And he likes to do his work sessions in 90-minute blocks with 20-minute breaks in between. What? Am I non-functioning without caffeine? No, not at all. I'm not dependent on this. Well, it's 7:30 a.m. It's been 90 minutes since we woke up, and I can finally have my morning yerba mate, which is his favorite. And he ideally likes to wait 90 to 120 minutes before waking up. Do I follow these rules? Almost never, at least recently, but I have tried and experimented with it and I do feel better. I don't have the crash later in the day. And some drinks have L-theanine, and those can help remove some of the jitters, minimize the crashes, and help with alertness. So it's good to delay caffeine intake, supposedly. Now it's 8 a.m. and the next thing he likes to do is 45 to 60 minute weight training workout, which I love, strength training, or a 30 to 45 minute zone 2, which I love to do running, but it could be rucking with a weighted vest, rowing, swimming, cycling, whatever that is. But in the morning, higher core body temperature just means you're more alert, ready to go. And this is gonna help me focus later in the day as well. Now that our workout is complete, time for cold exposure shower. Or you could do a cold plunge. So I have a cold plunge back here. Sometimes I'll do that. I prefer to wait 4 hours after a strength training session to do any kind of cold baths. But this is another great way to wake up, get your adrenaline going, get excited, feel energized. Cold plunges, man, they really get you going. Now it's 9:30 a.m. It's time for work block number 2. 90 minutes of focused work with 20 minutes of breaks. No phone, no emails, no social media. I like to put my phone physically away from me, so if I have the urge to grab it, I can't have to get up. Or I use something called Brick to block all of my social media apps. And you can use a Pomodoro timer to do focus sessions if you like. And it's about taking breaks. It's also important to lift your monitor screen slightly up. That'll help you focus a little bit better. That's what Huberman says. So it's not ideal to be working on a laptop like this. You could have an external monitor or rest your laptop on a surface. And we're gonna get some work done. I'm gonna write some scripts for some future videos. Now I'm really hungry, but Huberman likes to not eat before noon, intermittent fasting. And when I finish my workout, I like to have a protein shake. My favorite protein shake is from Momentous. I also take a ton of their other supplements like creatine, omega-3, vitamin D. A brand that Huberman talks about is Momentous, and that's a brand that I've actually been using for over a year now, and I love them. I always love getting my nutrients from Whole Foods, but I absolutely love how Momentous makes it so easy and convenient to get everything that you need for your health and wellness, from vitamins to supplements. You're always covered. I love Momentous Supplements because they're double third-party certified by NSF Certified Sport and Informed Sport. So I know that they're guaranteed banned substance free. I believe they make some of the highest quality supplements. So anytime I'm buying a supplement, whether it's sleep supplements or daily supplements, I make sure to buy from Momentous. Not only that, experts like Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. Andy Galpin have customized stacks for hormone, sleep, athletic performance, and more. Every day when I wake up, I mix 5 grams of Momentous creatine with water, and then anytime after my workouts, I use the Momentous Whey protein. And on a daily basis, I'm taking their vitamin D, omega-3, and a few other supplements. Thank you again, Momentous, for sponsoring this video. Scan the QR code right here. It will take you to livemomentous.com/Shervin to save you some money. Not only that, Momentous has a massive 25% off site-wide Black Friday sale going on right now until December 3rd, so go get it. Now that lunch is over, Huberman likes to do his creative work in the afternoon, and that's what we're gonna do right now. I usually like to use these massive post-it notes to write down video ideas, outlines for things. It just makes it really quick and easy, and it's more fun to like draw, put ideas down right here. Today I kind of want to go over my goals for the YouTube channel and think of new creative video titles of things I want to make. So I'm just gonna brainstorm a whole bunch of stuff, write those down here, and then make sure that they kind of fit with my goals. If I need to focus, I'm struggling, I can use NSDR. He uses that throughout the day. And then the afternoon is also for social interaction. So it's not just creative work, but it could be social interactions too. Now it's the afternoon, and Huberman likes to take an afternoon nap after our work block, 90 minutes, check. We have our Huberman NSDR. I wonder if he listens to his own voice, because that'd be really interesting. It's on his own YouTube live.
This 10-minute non-sleep deep rest protocol.
Yes, Daddy.
Non-sleep.
All right.
Powerful.
Good night.
It can allow you to control the relaxation state of your nervous system.
Oh yeah, Huberman also likes to do this twice a day. So the second session is usually more important than his first. 3:30 p.m. work block number 5. Creative time. So I'm gonna get into some editing, some videos. This is actually a sweat testing video that we're going to be releasing soon, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm just gonna review it and edit some last minute things. The timeline looking sexy. But this is gonna be about electrolytes, nutrition, and sweat testing when I run, work out, and do long distance endurance runs. There's some really cool tech in here. Okay, it is dinner time, and ideally you wanna have low carb to maximize alertness and focus so you don't feel sluggish. And you want starches to help reduce cortisol, that's what he says. And you don't wanna drink too many fluids before bedtime because you'll have to get up to use the restroom potentially.
Later in the day, I enjoy taking a sunset walk. Not only is it a great moment for reflection, but the light during this time also helps fine-tune the circadian rhythm, preparing my body for rest.
But some places, I guess it says at 6:30. We're in New York City where the sun is setting earlier and earlier, and it's kind of depressing. But when the sun gets low to the sky, Huberman says that it's a low solar angle. Huberman says that it hits the eyes, indicating to the brain that the day is coming to an end. So if you're going to watch Netflix, you're going to look at bright screens at night, it actually can be helpful to watch the sunset to help you fall asleep faster, supposedly. This is part of his routine, but sunset's gorgeous. So even if it doesn't help, like they say, it's a beautiful thing to do. You're getting outside, the sky is stunning. It's a little cold right now, but we get to see the Statue of Liberty, the World Trade Center, this little golfing pier, and like, what is there not to love about this? I actually love this part of the routine. This is something I want to do more of, just to appreciate the world around me. Now that our sunset walk is over, it's time for bed. Ideally, you want to minimize artificial light. So hey, all lights red. I use Philips Hue smart bulbs, and I actually do this in every single one of my houses. She never listens. Hey, all lights red. There we go. And this is gonna dim the lights. I can read my book and still have some light. I think the brightness of the light is more important than the color, but Huberman does talk about, blocking blue lights at night, not in the morning. And he now does a blue light blocker with Roku, which is interesting because at the beginning he used to say you don't need them, but now he's making his own product. And then I'm gonna read because he says he likes to read at 10 p.m. before he goes to bed. Maybe that's good, 15 minutes. I'm gonna read this Good Energy book by Casey Means. Excited. And we'll
let's fall asleep. Now I am going to fall asleep. I am tired. Huberman recommends having a cool room or a cool bed, so turning on your air conditioning, or what I prefer is my 8 sleep. You use code Shervin, and this will cool the bed. I set it to one of the lowest settings. It's freezing cold when I slide in. That makes it that much better. I fall asleep so much faster and I don't sweat during the night because I run extremely hot. If you run extremely hot, it's great. If you run extremely cold, it can also warm you up too. So you want to be cool. Your body temperature needs to drop before bed, and that's why you don't want to work out, because working out, it can increase your body temperature. So I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. Good night. Now, what are my overall thoughts on Huberman's daily routine? I love that there's a heavy emphasis on deep work, organizing, batching it, as well as eating healthy, waking up, staying hydrated, and maximizing your sleep potential. And I also realize that a lot of things aren't possible if you have kids, family. There's so many other things going on in your life. So what I like to do is look at these routines, figure out what works for me, what can I actually incorporate into my daily life that's not gonna take away from other stuff. So I love to do morning sunlight. I don't do it every day, but I try to do it as often as possible. I prioritize it during travel. I love to sleep in a cooled room and use my 8 sleep. So there are certain habits that I still incorporate in my daily life, but I don't do everything to the T. You need to figure out what works for you. Try things, sample it out, and add things, remove things. And don't put too much of a heavy emphasis on having a very, very specific routine. Oh, did you say they should follow me at Shervin Shares on Instagram, X, and Strava?
Don't forget to turn on notifications for his YouTube channel.
Oh, since they enjoyed this video, they should go watch my video where I tried your favorite blood test inside tracker, linked right here. Once again, this video was sponsored by Momentous. Go to livemomentous.com/Shervin to get a discount today. They have a massive Black Friday sale going on, so you only have a few days to get this locked in. Click it right now.